Hi, it is Sarah with this fourth episode of Coppersmith Cook in our House of Copper. This is, as you know, a supplement to the coppersmithing, more technical videos and the cooking only videos. And this is lifestyle with coppersmithing and cooking both. So you get a little bit of everything in a very short, fun little video that I hope will inspire you to try new crafts, because we, as always, are combining old school living, old trades with modern life. Anyway, this episode, we are going to still be dyeing leftover from Easter Ukrainian eggs, which is an old tradition that I grew up doing, and it involves a lot of permanent dyes and fire and molten wax and kitskas, which are the way that we apply the wax to the eggs. So we're going to be doing that. And then we're gonna head into the copper shop today because it's spring, and that means that all my tools get condensation just like they do in the fall, and I have to do a round of cleaning. And I will show you how I keep different tools cleaned, which hopefully will help you get inspired to rub off the rust on anything you have in the garage that's rusting away. And then last but not least, we're gonna be doing a really good recipe that I made up, as always, but it's pretty healthy. It's a lot of vegetables and egg, and pretty easy to do really quickly for a large group or a small group. So without further ado, here is episode 4. So Ukrainian eggs today. I just want to do a quick little video how-to on Ukrainian eggs. So it's essentially like building up wax so that you have a finished product that has multiple colors, that's permanent. And these will actually last many years. I still have some from my childhood that are horrible, and they're like pink and purple, and and they have no authentic designs from the Ukraine. But my mother did this, and she had a beautiful steady hand and could do delicate work, and I'm aspiring to do that. But essentially you start with the lightest colors and you work your way all the way up to deep red or purple or black, and every time you put the wax on, whatever the wax is touching will stay white. So for instance, this design here, right here, wherever I have this wax right now is what will stay white throughout the entire process all the way to the end. Then I'll put that in like yellow or orange right away, but one of the lighter colors. And then once I have yellow like this, now I'll take this one and I will put wax on this color, and then whatever I put wax on will be yellow, and so on and so forth. And actually as it goes on, like you can see on some of these, you can see where the white is and where the orange was, and the little dots on the side are like a deep pink. So when I finish the eggs, you're gonna see all the colors come out, and then you blow out the interior, and you take out all the raw egg part, because you do need raw eggs so they sink. I will say that unwashed farm eggs are by far the best to take the dye. And you can even see that, for instance here, you can see like all the little spottiness on that, because it's a store-bought white egg. And then one of my chicken eggs from my chickens, it's like so pure, it's perfect. So I highly recommend, if you have access to unwashed chicken, fresh chicken or farm eggs, don't wash them, use them for Ukrainian eggs. So anyway, we're gonna go through the process a little fast because it's very time consuming and painstaking, but it's a lot of fun, and they're really beautiful when they turn out. And if you want, you can like glue little hooks and string rope and hang them on a little tree or some branches on your table for your holiday. So here we go. So I'm in the shop today, and even though it is spring, it's cold in the shop today because Wisconsin doesn't understand the meaning of spring. We kind of go from like winter-ish to summer. So I'm going to be cleaning my tools though today because it is tool time. And it's really nice to have my tools in working order, and so I do this a few times a year, and I did it in the fall, and I know I showed a little video of that, but I'm going to show you some of the other tools that I do it with in the spring as well. So as you can see, this particular bottoming stake, the round bottoming stake is full of iron oxide, and the video doesn't even show how much rust is sitting on top. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a can of trusty WD-40, and I'm going to spray all over that. And your hands are going to get dirty, you're welcome. And you take a really rough gauge of sandpaper. Anything more less than like 100 is ideal. And because it's iron, it's not like copper, you know, you don't have to worry about scratching. And all you're doing is moving the oil around everywhere you can, because you really can't have rust on the surfaces where you're going to be putting copper or tin. You're going to wreck your soft metals if you do that. So I'm going to do the whole thing though, because I want to keep the whole piece nice, and it also just creates a little protective coat. You can use machine oil for this too, besides WD-40, but I use the WD-40. So now that this is all covered, beautiful. Sometimes, depending on how bad they are, I won't even use the sandpaper unless I have to. This one just cleans up really good as it is. And you can see, you just spray a little WD-40 and away you go. Now that the day is done, we are going to be making something super healthy tonight. I am baking tofu, which means all I'm gonna do is slice it into slabs and put it on a baking sheet and put a lot of sprinkles of basil and oregano and parsley. No oils needed. It's going to bake flat just like that. And then I'm gonna fry up a bunch of vegetables, whatever I have in the refrigerator. It'll probably be a mix of onions and zucchinis and carrots and maybe even some leafy greens. And once all of that is done being sauteed, I'll top it off with the baked tofu, and then if you want a little bite, you can't go wrong with just a touch of chili garlic. So I'm gonna do that, and then we're going to be all set for a very healthy evening and a very quick and easy one. So here we go. Well, that wraps up episode 4 of Coppersmith Cook in our House of Copper. I hope you are inspired to go clean your garage tools, no matter what they may be, and maybe to try a different craft, a folk craft like Ukrainian egg dyeing. Even if that doesn't get it for you, you can maybe try something else. As always with these videos, I have included where I purchase the supplies for any of these particular crafts. The only thing I really am not going to list is WD-40, because you can get WD-40 anywhere. But for the Ukrainian egg dyeing and that kind of thing, it's all down below, as is the recipe. Oh, I'm not supposed to forget to remind you to subscribe. My husband's always on me about that. So don't forget to subscribe so you can follow us here and all the other videos. And I look forward to hearing from you. And until next time, take care.